Hey YouTube, welcome back to Dwayne's World. That's right, you need to make sure you pump the brakes. You want to find out what I mean? Better stay tuned. All right, so welcome back to season 5, episode 12. Here on Dwayne's World, and I'm very excited about today's episode because I get to do something I absolutely love, which is add accessories to my California Trimmer Catalyst. Now, when I think about the California Trimmer Catalyst since I've owned it, California Trimmer has come out with quite a few accessories that I've been very excited about and been able to feature for you guys here on Dwayne's World. Now, in this particular accessory, what I'll be doing is I'll be putting the brakes on my California Trimmer Catalyst, but not in a bad way. You know, for those of you that have a property that has a lot of slopes, whether it be your lawn itself, whether it be your driveway, wherever you're potentially parking your California Trimmer Catalyst, and you're afraid that maybe it might roll away, the parking brake is some cheap insurance to ensure it doesn't happen. All right, so with all those things being said, let me take you over to the workbench and show you guys the California Trimmer parking brake. All right, guys, so what you're looking at here on my workbench, my messy workbench that is the Catalyst parking brake that you can pick up for either the 20 or the 25-inch California Trimmer Catalyst. Now on my iPad here, as you guys can see, I do have my instructions brought up, but it's a fairly straightforward installation. And the reason why I bring it up is although I do these videos to help you guys out, my videos are never meant to be a replacement of reading the actual instructions. But kind of looking at the assembly here, it's fairly straightforward. You have the rear parking brake, and I'm going to show you guys where that is mounted on the California Trimmer Catalyst. And then it's attached with this parking cable here that then comes up to the lever that attaches to the handlebar assembly. All right, and one thing I forgot to mention is the parking brake assembly obviously does come with new hardware, as well as a little decal here that will be sticking to the California Trimmer Catalyst. It basically shows you the operation of the kickstand that's built in to the parking brakes. So that's pretty much the entire kit. So let's go ahead and head over to the California Trimmer Catalyst and get this bad boy installed. All right, guys, so when you come around to the back of the California Trimmer Catalyst, as you guys can see, there are 2 holes here that we're going to use to be able to mount our rear parking brake. And then when we look at the side of the California Trimmer handlebar assembly, the parking brake control actually mount here. You have one hole that's already been pre-drilled, and then you have this hole here that is actually holding your cables that basically control your reel and your self-propel. All right, so we're going to start by removing this 10mm bolt here. Now there is a nut on the opposite side. Let me kind of move my camera. As you guys can see there, that's kind of between the 2 cables. Now you're going to need a pretty thin 10mm wrench in order to basically hold that bolt on the backside. So that way you can get that 10mm bolt out. But unless you're holding on to the nut, it's going to be a little bit difficult to do so. All right. So just move that out of the way for just a second. It looks like the hardware that came with the kit is pretty much the same bolt as the one I took out. But I'm going to go ahead and use the new one anyway since it did come with the kit. So I'm going to go ahead and start by installing the bottom bolt first. Now again, the bottom bolt is the one that held the reel cable along with the self-propel drive cable. I'm going to go ahead and put one screw in there, and I'm just going to leave it like that. And we'll go ahead and install the top bolt also. Just got to make sure everything is held in place there. Then along with the supplied washer and locking nut, we'll install this on the back side. All right, and then with my little socket wrench here, I'm going to go ahead and tighten everything down now. I prefer to use a socket wrench anytime I'm tightening any of these bolts down versus using my impact. I like to use the impact to generally remove any type of bolts. That looks pretty good. All right, now the bottom bolt. All right, that one looks good. Back to the top one, a couple more turns. And that looks like it's pretty good. Now, as far as the adjustment, I'm going to go ahead and just leave that right now because, of course, we got to get our cable installed first. All right, guys, so now we'll go ahead and install the parking brake assembly. We'll go ahead and use the included hardware here. Now, it should go without saying, but you have your bolt followed by your locking washer and then your regular washer. Now, we'll go ahead and just hold this up here and start by threading our first hole here. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and start by threading our second hole there. All right, guys, so one of the things that you do want to pay attention to is we do not want the actual parking brake to interfere with this bar in the back here. So we're going to want to hold this up as high as it'll go when we tighten it down. So that way we get plenty of clearance here between the actual brake pad and this rear bar here. Now it is a little bit of a tight squeeze, so you kind of got to go a little old school here. No ratcheting action, just turning of the wrench. It's not that bad, it's only 2 screws anyway. And again, I'm just holding pressure just to keep it as high as possible. That way I have the most amount of flexibility when I go ahead and adjust that parking brake. Okay, one side's pretty well tightened down. Come around to this side here. Tight there. There we go. Opposite side, all good. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and work on adjusting the assembly. All right, guys, so now that we have it installed, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put the actual parking brake in the engaged position here, and then we'll come down to the bottom of the mower. So now that I know the brake is actually in the locking position, I wanna make sure that it's actually coming in full contact here with the rear roller. Now, one of the ways I'm gonna do that is I'm just gonna kind of apply some pressure here and then kind of just pull back on my cable. Go ahead and tighten up some of the threads here. But I'm basically just going to give it quite a bit of pressure. Then I'm going to go ahead and tighten these down. Come as much as I can. Just going hand tight right now. I'm probably going to need another 13 millimeter wrench. Hang on here. And that way, all right, there we go. And now I can hold the one bolt here while I'm tightening the other. Feels pretty good there. And now, as you guys can see there, it's in the off position. Go ahead and turn this up. And now it's in the lock position there. Open, close, open, close. Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, I could probably get it to move with a lot of force, but that's not necessarily the point. And backwards even is a little more difficult. But yeah, I mean, I think that's about as good as it's going to get. I could probably tighten it even a little bit more, but the point of it is not to act as an emergency brake when you're actually mowing. It's to just hold it in place when the mower might be running, and just as an extra safeguard, you have that emergency brake on there. All right, guys, let's give it a little test here. Parking brake is off. Not bad, like normal operation. Then go ahead and turn on the brake. Yeah, that works pretty good. Not bad, not bad at all. One of the features that the parking brake also does have is this little kickstand here. And the purpose of the kickstand is to prevent the mower from basically falling backwards. Now, where can that potentially happen? Probably the ideal time to use the kickstand would be anytime you're switching out any of the real cartridges, or even potentially if you're doing any work on the front roller, where some of the weight's going to shift to the back of the mower. This will prevent the mower from falling backwards, which I absolutely love. Now, the only last thing we need to do is install our sticker here on the back of the mower, and we'll be good to go. All right, guys, so what I decided to do is I went ahead and removed my actual drive cover here. And the reason why is I need to install this sticker, and I do want to do it right, meaning I do not want it crooked, which would easily happen if I'm doing it on the ground. So I'm going to go ahead and just mount it here on the corner. And I think what would be nice is just for a little bit of green, just to kind of show top to bottom. And I'm thinking I might have nailed it right there. All right, guys, so I think that's going to about do it for me here today on Dwayne's World. Fairly straightforward installation, just a quick accessory video for those of you guys that are interested, and especially if it matches your application, something you absolutely would want to consider. But remember, what's most important is before you pump those brakes, that you be excellent, party on.